everyone, Richard here. Welcome back to another video. This is such a last minute outing. At 10 o'clock last night I thought I'm going to come out this morning, and here I am, but I've gone light. I'm travelling really light. I've got one camera, which I always bring, one lens, and that is it, and my tripod. So no big bag, no 4 or 5 lenses. I just have my 100mm f2.8 macro. I've got my welly boots. I've got my cup of tea for when I get back to the van later. It's pitch black. We have sunrise in 45 minutes, so it's going to start getting light soon. And I'm going to go for a wander. I've come to the car park where I've been before, but I'm going to walk to a 20-minute walk to a different part of the woods, to a different part of the forest where I haven't been before with a camera. So it should be different. Hopefully find some new images, just a new refresh, because I went out last week to Hatchet Pond and I didn't post that video because the pictures were terrible. I'm so embarrassed with the pictures. I'm not going to go on too much about that, but we are now going to go out to this other part of the forest and see what we can see. Only for an hour or so, not for long. Hopefully be able to spot some good compositions and get a couple of nice photos. I just want one photo today. So yeah, let's go. Right, I think I found my first photo. Just walking down this path to this pond that I know is about a quarter of a mile up here, and I found these 3 sort of boulders that are in the. I don't think this is a pond. I think this is just from where rainwater's gathered, because I've had a lot of rain over the past couple of weeks, which, while is not good for living, it's good for photos because you get these these sort of fake ponds, natural ponds that come and go within a couple of weeks. And in it there's these 3 boulders, and I'm restricted today because I have only got, as I've said, the 100mm lens. So to get the right angle and the right distance is a bit tricky, but I've got a square crop composition here. There is some sort of residue on top of the pond, dirt, scum, call it what you will, that's kind of sweeping into the rocks. I'm kind of using that as a little leading line from the bottom left hand corner of the frame. So first photo done, let's keep going. Do this quick because there's a few people walking around now. So this is my intended destination. There will be something here. I've just got to find it. I'm going to wander around. That last photo was, I guess, perhaps why I made the title of this video, that you've got to just make the best of what you've got. If I'd have had other lenses, I would never have chosen the 100 macro to take that shot. And you know, I'd have made it would have probably been a better photo, and I'd have made it more sort of minimalist, got more of the pond in, isolating those islands rather than it being quite a tight crop on those islands. But with that lens, that's all I could get. But that's what makes it different, you know. Maybe it's slightly different to what I would normally do, and that's kind of just go out with one lens, and it forces you to look for different things. It forces you to maybe do something you wouldn't normally do. So yeah, got a little wander around this this area here. Again, I can see some compositions I would probably shoot with a different lens. Let's have a wander around, see what we can find. So I found a top-down shot of a lily. I've done 2 photos because even at 2.8 in this angle, half the lily's in focus, half isn't. My camera is very precariously perched on, with one leg of it going into the very wet water here. So I am going to move this tripod before I lose my camera, and I will show you the picture on the screen right now. Sorry about that. A little bit more about that photo. Because I was rushing, so first of all I thought people were coming, and secondly I thought my camera was going to go. So we've basically taken that on, it's been 2 frames. I haven't got a polarizer with me. I don't have a polarizer that fits this camera. So it could have been a lot better. I need to probably get a ring to fit my filters onto this camera. But that was 1/8 of a second, 7.1 ISO 320, slightly higher ISO because I wanted a slightly higher shutter speed than 2 seconds or something like that, which is what I was getting if I went to ISO 100. And because one of the legs of the tripod was in the water, a very soft ground, I was worried that something was going to slip. So I have seen another tree here that I think that's very black, or the trunk is very dark. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it lined up with anything to make it pop, but we will have a look, especially with this lens that is being very restrictive today, I must admit. But that, I guess, was the point. Let's see what else I can find. But I've got a couple of shots that I think were better than the ones that you haven't seen from my last outing, because they were no good at all. So fingers crossed. Hope you can hear me okay. I'm whispering for some reason. Okay, let's move on. I've just come up from this hill behind me that you can see. Where is it? Here. I've seen a possibility of a really nice sort of wide landscape shot when the weather's better. It needs some light. The ground needs to be a bit drier so I can get where I want to be to get it. But I've taken a handheld one of it, which if it's any good it'll be on the screen in a minute. And I've also taken a handheld shot of just a leaf that was hanging down, but lots of dog walkers around now. It's another popular place to come, I think, with your dogs, so I will need to bear that in mind. It's Saturday as well, which means that people don't have to go to work, so they probably come out around this time now anyway. It's up a state. But anyway, heading back to the van now. If I see anything on the way, I'll do a photo, but I think I'm quite pleased with the couple that I've got, although I thought that last time at Hagship Pond. I have seen some compositions that if I'd have had a different lens and a polarizer, I could have made something of them, filters like ND filters and stuff. I could have made something of them, but with what I've got now, I can't. Even the lily one that I took that could be better is not that good because it could have done with a polarizer, I think. But, you know, you just got to make the best of what you've got, which is what I've done today. I'm quite happy with what I've got, I think. And stay tuned until I get back to the van and I'll give you my thoughts on the images. I'll have a quick look at them on the camera again and I'll give you my thoughts on them in a bit more detail. But I think I've got about another, probably a good mile walk to go, so it's going to take me 15 or 20 minutes to get back to the van. So see you there. Oh, great. Crikey. That was a longer walk than I thought. I reckon there's 2 half decent images there. The first one of the 3 little mounds of mossy rock in the in the temporary pond that I think will go as soon as it stops raining. And also the one of the lily, not too bad. I'll probably have to crop it, do a little bit of cloning, but you've seen them all already. A couple of other handheld shots, but yeah, not too bad. So thank you for watching. Like I said at the start, and I mentioned a couple of times since, just make the best of what you've got, whether it be what's deemed to be less than good equipment or what's deemed to be what you have with you. I don't like the saying the best camera is the one you got with you, because while I get the premise behind that, there is a better camera most of the time. You know, for certain situations, low light, reach, frames per second, all that ISO capabilities, all that kind of thing. So yeah, if you can control everything, including light and movement, then it doesn't matter what you've got. But sometimes you can't, and that's what I found today. There were certain things that I could have done with that I didn't have, like filters, but I will be going back there. There's so many places to explore. It's getting really steamed up in here. There's so many places to explore. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.